Good evening. I'm reporting live on a historic night in New York City. If you turned off the television early last night thinking Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals was a wrapped-up blowout, you missed one of the greatest, most improbable postseason comebacks in NBA history. Down by 22 points deep in the fourth quarter, the New York Knicks looked completely left for dead. But behind a breathtaking 38-point masterpiece from superstar Jalen Brunson, New York didn't just survive. They stunned the Cleveland Cavaliers 115-104 in an overtime thriller. For the first 40 minutes of this game, the narrative was completely different. After sweeping their last round, the Knicks looked like they had too much rest, turning into heavy on-court rust. They couldn't buy a bucket, shooting a miserable 4 for 23 from three-point range through the first three quarters. With exactly 7 minutes and 52 seconds left on the clock in the fourth, Cleveland's Donovan Mitchell was clinical, racking up 29 points to put the Cavs up 93-71. Even the Knicks themselves admitted the huddle conversation at that point wasn't about winning. Head coach Mike Brown was just telling his squad to finish strong, to build momentum for Game 2. But then, the switch flipped. Jalen Brunson went into absolute takeover mode. Recognizing a massive defensive vulnerability, Brunson relentlessly and repeatedly attacked Cleveland's James Harden off the dribble. That matchup sparked a lightning-fast 18-1 run that completely changed the energy in the building. With just 19 seconds left in regulation, Brunson drove past Harden yet again to tie the game at 101-all, forcing overtime. Once the game hit the extra period, it was pure dominance. The Knicks opened overtime on a 9-0 run. Karl-Anthony Towns kept the pressure on in the paint. Mikal Bridges locked down the perimeter, and defensive specialist OG Anunoby fought through a strained hamstring to force critical turnovers on Harden. The ultimate exclamation point came when bench spark plugs Landry Shamet and Jose Alvarado combined for a massive three-pointer, sending a delirious Madison Square Garden crowd into absolute chaos. So why does this game matter so much to basketball fans and everyday Americans watching at home? Because we are witnessing raw sports history. In the last 30 years of professional playoff basketball, there has only been one larger fourth-quarter comeback. This game perfectly shows the power of momentum. Cleveland outplayed New York for 3 entire quarters, but a collapse this severe leaves a deep psychological mark on a team. What happens next is all about mental recovery. Cleveland has to find a way to bounce back from a heartbreaking, historic collapse, while coach Mike Brown's Knicks will try to ride this massive wave of crowd energy right into Game 2 this Thursday night. We'll be tracking this entire series. Hit that subscribe button to stay locked into tomorrow's America for all your national sports and culture updates. Drop your predictions for Game 2 in the comments below. Reporting live, I'll see you next time.